we'll go celebrate.
Governor, how do you envision Teach for America working in Ohio in terms of where do you think these teachers will go?
Well, they'll work with the school districts, and I'll let them, Jerry and Gary have a stab at this, but it's going to be with school districts where they're really going to be welcomed enthusiastically. And I think we'll find that there will be many school districts where, I mean, why would you want them? I mean, you would want these folks to come in and participate. Guys, you want to comment on that? Sure.
My recollection has been that Teach for America, when they set up shop, have usually gone to some of the major urban centers. Indianapolis, Philadelphia come to mind, so we would expect to see Teach for America to establish beachheads. Cleveland, maybe Columbus, but they also serve the Appalachian areas there. The whole idea is making sure we're getting these teachers to where they're needed the most. So I can't speak for the program, but they may have some other things in mind. I may have said something I shouldn't have, but that's my thoughts.
Well, Wendy Kopp will be out here. She, of course, is the founder, and she'll be here soon. And you know, some will probably do an event where maybe here, probably not here, where she'll be able to speak. So you have to drive there.
Well, they will be. These people will be in districts where they're invited to come to. Number one, and number two, usually these are going to be difficult staff positions, and these young people are going to enthusiastically advance into those areas and serve in both rural Appalachian areas as well as some of our more difficult cities to teach in. And it's a tough job, and we commend you for the work you're going to do here in Ohio.
I guess as a quick follow-up, almost to play devil's advocate, doesn't Senate Bill 5 make it easier to staff some of those tougher to staff positions because unions no longer have a say what building teachers go in?
It will, sure, absolutely, right.
When you
There still are contracts out there, though. Mm-hmm. So we're bound by those contracts until the date of expiration of the contract, so we're still working with that as well.
Does this new law differ significantly from other enabling laws in other states?
We patterned this bill with the assistance of Teach for America based on their experience in other states, so it was almost like model legislation, and we adapted to our particular needs here in Ohio, so that's what the basis is.
When you said it would take about a year for them to set up, does that mean it'll take a year before the core members will be in the classroom, or?
Yeah, it'll be 12-13 is when they will actually be in the classroom, is my understanding.
Does that also include when TFA would set up a site?
No, they'll be here working. They've got to get established, and they have to raise some money, my understanding is, to get things moving here. So they want to do it seamlessly and do it well. And by the way, I want to reemphasize that I think these add to the team of those passion teachers. And you know, one of the things that we're trying to do here is, and I think Teach for America will appreciate this, we are in the process of developing a set of criteria so that we can pay teachers on the basis of performance, so that we could actually perhaps be able to pay some teachers over $100,000 a year based on their ability to be excellent. There are teachers in the state who are concerned about the criteria. And to tell you the truth, when I talked to Michelle Rhee, I was concerned about making sure that we have a set of criteria that are going to be fair for the teachers. You know, is it a test? Is it a combination of parental and staff and principal evaluation? So I want to make sure that teachers across the state know that if they want to participate in establishing this criteria, we want to invite them to be part of this process. Now, I've already invited a few teachers, just you know, running into them and talking to them and express their concern about how is this all going to work. Well, we're going to take our time on this. As we know, this doesn't get implemented immediately. This is something that is important. We develop the criteria, and that's basically what I told Michelle Rhee. But at the end of the day, once I objected, I thought about it, and I thought, you know, almost everything in our society that drives excellence means that you are performance rated. I can't think of anything that doesn't, from sports to book writing to you know, to business. You get judged on performance, but we want to make sure that the criteria is right. One of the concerns I've always had is the standardized testing. I always sort of felt, were the teachers really included in putting that together, which is something that caused great angst amongst them, including the No Child Left Behind legislation. So as we build the criteria for assessing our teachers and being able to pay them on the basis of their excellent performance, we are inviting them to be part of it. And in order to do that, they can contact they can contact the governor's office. They can start there and just send an email. We'll get you the information as to how they can contact us. But I look forward, and even if we have you know, several hundred that want to participate, we'll sit them down and walk through this. And at the end of the day, this is going to reward excellence in education. We'll be able to pay our teachers the kind of money that they would actually like to earn, and our children will benefit. So thank you all very much. Yes, Laura?
Governor, as a parent of, what, 5th graders, or girls in 6th graders?
Yes.
And obviously they don't go in an underserved area, but how would you feel if they had, you know, inexperienced teachers, Teach for America teachers in their class when they entered 7th grade?
Well, I wouldn't, well, first of all, you know, Worthington Christian is not a place where they pour a lot of money into anything. What we have been thrilled about there is that the teachers are extremely dedicated. And also that, you know, sort of God is not a dirty word in the classroom, which I particularly love. But we've had people who have not been experienced. My children have been taught by teachers that are new, but you know, it's all about quality, and I don't have any doubt that that the rigor that is involved here, plus the coursework and the need to pass a test in your subject, makes a lot of sense. For example, you know, on the current licensing law, you know, I would have, well, let me just put it to you this way. I, as a person who spent a few years in government, I could probably teach ninth grade government. I did have better than a 2.5, so that would qualify me. I think I could pass the test, although some of you may doubt that. And then I'd have an opportunity to take some training and go and teach. I think it opens up. I think it brings new blood. I think it brings excitement to the classroom. And if there's anything we know, is that those folks who, how about that great teacher that has figured out how to do a rap song to teach their kids how to learn mathematics? I mean, there's all kinds of ways in which you stimulate kids. And so new approaches are fantastic. And so, Lord, to answer your question, I'm comfortable with the administrators, the principals, and if I'm not, I register an objection. I say, you know, is this person really that good or whatever? But, you know, so far,